Hello, my name is Graham Sellick. I'm the proprietor of Sabre Environmental Property Services. We are pest controllers based in Watford, Hertfordshire. We are there for all your pest control needs. Right, so we have moles in the garden. What do we do? Well, I think we're all familiar with those little mountains that moles leave. They are a thorough nuisance to gardeners in the lawns, but they also have a more serious problem in agricultural. In fields that are cut for silage or hay, the cutter can take up the top of a molehill and introduce listeria into the silage or the hay. This then causes problems for especially cattle. When they eat the silage, they take up the listeria, comes in the milk, it can cause them to abort calf. So the mole is not a cuddly little fellow in his velvet jacket. He is a significant pest and he needs to be removed. So if we have one in the garden, there's many devices that are on the market, and in my opinion, none of them work. There are many old wives' tales about how to treat for moles. You can drop mothballs down the mole tunnels. You see people try the little child's windmills. I've even known people use a petrol lawnmower and connect a tube up to the lawnmower and try and gas the mole out, which is incidentally illegal. So what options do we have? In my opinion, to remove a mole, we need traps. I've got two types here. This is the half-barrel doofus or duffus trap, and this is the good old scissor trap. This one is fine to use if the mole tunnels are not too deep. This one can be used in any situation, in shallow tunnels or in deep tunnels. How do we deploy these traps? Well, we're all familiar with mole hills, but what we want to do is try and think where the mole may be sleeping. The mole hills are a result of the mole hunting. He's breaking into new ground, pushing up soil, looking for his diet of earthworms, leather jackets, other insects. If we trap in between the mole hills, the mole is travelling slowly because he's hunting and he's less likely to hit our trap. What we want to do is find where he's sleeping. It may be under a hedge, it may be under a tree, or he's got a nice dry warm bed. So where do we place our trap? In between where he's sleeping and where he's hunting. We use something like this, which is called a probe. We delve down through the soil until we find a mole tunnel coming from where we believe he may be sleeping and resting up. We find this, find the tunnel, we cut into it with a garden trowel. This one's nice and sharp, so it goes in nice and easily, excavates a tunnel. If it's a shallow one, we can use the scissor trap. Place it in the tunnel, insert the trigger, it's down in the tunnel, pack it round with a piece of turf, soil, over the top of the turf to exclude all light. The mole coming along from either direction will hit the trigger and we've caught him. This actually goes off quite heavy, causes a heavy strike and kills the mole. The duffus or doofus trap, we can use it, as I said before, in any depth. We place the trap, we load it by pushing in. That trap is now set on one side. The mole comes along, he hits the trigger, the trap goes off and he's caught and killed quite quickly. Again, this one is placed in the tunnel. We build a small wigwam over the top of turf and then soil over the top of that again to exclude light. Persevere and you should catch your mole. Good hunting.